Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free plays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you here from college football. Looks like we have a 5-game card, including a playoff game between Miami and Ohio State. Also, picks from the NBA, a 9-game card. College basketball, a lot of conference games in action as well. Handful here from the NHL. And we'll have our Parlay Purple segment here at the end of the show. So, guys, we'll ask you if you hit us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps build up our audience. And set those notifications because we have 5 live shows on the Tony Picks YouTube channel, so you don't want to miss any of them. So get notified when we go live because each show will interact with you in the chat. Let's meet the cappers, get right to the picks. We don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We'll say hello to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off a 1-on-1 day there, we had Illinois who got it done there against Tennessee. And then I had the Jazz who just slipped and lost that, had them at 7, and they ended up losing that there at the end. But yeah, 1-1. We did cash our goal score from yesterday's live morning show there, was plus 500 on that. So decent day there, just ready to get to everything today.
Very good. Let's say hello to El Nino. Sal, what's happening?
Yeah, doing all right. Recovering, still not 100%, but feeling a little better today. Unfortunately, dropped my my lone NBA play on the premium side yesterday, but kind of like this card today, so a little more action today, and looking forward to it. Looking for a big bounce back.
Yeah, I hit my best bet with Illinois, but missed the NBA play of the day with the Memphis Grizzlies. Couldn't get it done and went into overtime, and Philadelphia was able to hit that 3 there. Almost a walk-off situation there, but we'll look to bounce it back here. That my handicap was good, just didn't pick the right game as the premium play there. So let's get to the games here, guys. We'll start here with college football. 5-game card. We'll knock them off in one block here with Iowa Vandy going head-to-head. We see Vanderbilt here laying 4. Total sits here 45.5. Arizona State and Duke in the Sun Bowl. Here we got Duke laying 3. Total 47.5. A lot of opt-outs here on the ASU side. Not so many on Duke. Michigan and Texas, a lot of opt-outs here. Texas laying 7, total 48.5 there. Nebraska and Utah, a lot of opt-outs here with Nebraska. Utah, not as many. 14-point favorite, total 51. Of course, no opt-outs in the playoff game, but a guard hurt for Ohio State. Here we got the Buckeyes going to lay 9.5, total 40 points there in their playoff game. We'll take a look at some of the weather situations. Looks pretty good here in most parts of the country here. In the Iowa Vandy game, 54 degrees, 8-mile-per-hour wind. ASU and Duke in the Sun Belt. Texas, 56 degrees, light wind. Michigan and Texas, Florida, I believe it is, 57 degrees, 9-mile-per-hour wind. Well, of course, Las Vegas Bowl, Nebraska, Utah, dome there. Miami, Ohio State, 61 degrees, 2-mile-per-hour wind. A lot of sunshine. Well, no precipitation here. Very light wind, so really good weather today in these bowl games. And we'll start with Chris.
Yeah, a couple I'm looking at here today. Michigan, Texas. I'm going to take Michigan there. I've just not trusted this Texas team all year. You guys have heard me fade them most of the year here, but yeah, I do see a lot of several opt-outs here to the transfer portal for Texas. I know Michigan's probably got theirs, but Texas has got a couple that I'm looking at. So I'd rather just have the +7 there with Michigan. And then another one I'm looking at here, I've got 9.5 with Miami. I'm going to take that over Ohio State. I don't know if they get the win, but I do like the +9.5 with Miami in that one to at least keep it close enough there to get the cover for us.
There you go from Chris. Just want to wish everyone Happy New Year here on Chris on New Year's Eve. Let's go over to Al Nino's.
Yeah, I'll look at that Texas-Michigan game as well, but I guess I'll give it a different look here. Just look at the first half, and I will lay the points with Texas in the first half. You mentioned the opt-outs. Yeah, Michigan does have quite a few of them, so I think it's a good spot for Texas. Touchdown, still a touchdown, though. And yeah, they are laying 3.5, so, it's definitely that hook could come into play, but that's where I'm leaning on that one. And Iowa Vandy should be a good one. This Iowa defense has been great, but they will be tested by this Vanderbilt offense, and I think I agree with the chat here on Vandy. So I'll lay the points with Vandy, and hey, maybe wait till closer to kickoff, might get a better number. This line is dropping pretty fast, actually. So might have to double check some of these rosters before placing that one too. But the one I like best here is definitely getting the points with Miami. Now this one opened up at 10.5, and Obviously, would have liked to get 10 or more, but this was another one that's dropping as well. Was 9.5 for the longest, and now down to 9. But still think Miami can keep this one competitive. So I'll take the points for Miami in that one.
Yeah, for O'Neill's. Yeah, Bobby is going to play, and this was what 5.5 yesterday, and I don't think I can play it now at 4, and even Pinnacle now 3.5. But I was definitely here on the on Iowa because of their defense. Vandy against the playoff team lost by 16 against Alabama, and you look at Hawkeyes; they were more competitive in their 2 losses against playoff teams. Against Oregon, they played Oregon tough. They also played who was the other playoff team in there? Let's see. Vanderbilt. Alabama, they lost by 16 to Vandy. And then you look at Iowa against Oregon, they're very close loss by 2 at home. They gave Indiana also a scare. So just based on their defense and the way they performed against playoff teams, I would give definitely, if at 5.5, I like it. To me, it's really not a play anymore. You lost the best number, so stay away from that one. I can only look at Duke. Too many opt-outs for ASU. Duke is pretty much have their offense intact here with their quarterback, Mensa and company, and their playmakers available here. Both coaching staffs are intact in this one. Jeff Sims, the backup for ASU, just completed 52% of his passes. I'll look at Duke in that spot. Yeah, I can only look at Texas Tech. Well, I'm sorry, Michigan. Michigan's getting 7 in that one against Texas. I'll look at Michigan. Boy, both teams a lot of opt-outs, but I'm just not a fan of this Arch Manning here. He lost his key receivers and his key running backs in this game. They just let Texas fire the defensive coordinator, defensive pass coordinator. They fired the running backs coach. A lot of stuff going on there. We know the situation with Michigan, but at least they've got assistants. You know, it's the same situation here, right? But again, Texas missing 4 running backs, key receiver. 2 offensive linemen are out. I mean, there's just too many opt-outs to lay points here with this Texas team. So I'll look at the Michigan plus the 7. God, in Las Vegas Bowl, I just can't lay 2 touchdowns. I cannot make a case for Nebraska. For me, it's a no bet. I just this Nebraska team lost their starting quarterback. Utah pretty much intact. Their offensive. You look at this Nebraska team. They just fired their defensive coordinator. Their defensive line coach was fired. The offensive line coach was fired. Just a lot of big mess there with Nebraska. And I don't like this freshman quarterback for Nebraska, TJ Lateef. Utah head coach resigned, but the defensive coordinator has been named the head coach. So there's no substitute teacher there. So the defensive coordinator will be the coach next year. But I cannot make a case for Nebraska. To me, I can't bet a team at 14. So no bet for me there. For Miami, I got to look at the points here. Miami's defense, I respect that win here against Texas A&M. That was a tough spot to win in against the 12th man and go in there and allow just 3 points. I got to respect Miami's performance there, getting the 3 here. I know Ohio State's coming off that loss to Indiana, but still, Hurricanes have gotten really good pass and defensive performance this season. Remember, Aggies were a very good offensive team, and they just shut them down. And Washington and Indiana quarterbacks had decent passive performances on the Buckeyes. But if you look at Ohio State, they played a lot of bad quarterbacks. If you go back and look at the teams they faced, they're not very good quarterbacks there. The good quarterbacks they faced were Indiana and Washington. They were able to move the football for some degree. So I'll look at Miami in that spot. All right, let's continue here on Tony's Morning Show. Happy New Year to folks out there in the chat. Appreciate everyone's contributions there in the chat room as well. All right, let's get to the NBA today. They give us 9 games here on this New Year's Eve. We'll see how it rolls here for tonight's action on the hardwood. Of course, we'll get the injuries ready to roll here. So we got the NBA ready to go here, guys. So what we'll do here, let's see. Let's just do three blocks of 3 here. We'll start with Warriors, Hornets. Warriors 6 on the road, total through 234. Magic and Pacers. Here we got the Magic 4, 3.5, total 226. T-Wolves and Hawks. It's the T-Wolves 5.5, total 244. These first 3, we'll look at the injury reports from these first 3. Warriors and Charlotte. Just Seth Curry out there for the Warriors. For the Hornets, no Kalkbrenner, Plumlee, Williams out. Connaughton and Bridges are questionable. Kneippel is probable, so we may have the 3 shooters there for this team healthy here. We go over to Minnesota and Atlanta. Just Shannon out for Minnesota. Trae Young, only questionable there for the Atlanta Hawks there. Looking at the Timberwolves, we looked at the Timberwolves, so now we're going to look at the Orlando Magic and Pacers injury reports. Here we've got Castleton, and Franz and Moritz Wagner out for Orlando. Bain, Isaac, Suggs are questionable. We look here at the Pacers, just Jackson and Toppin out, Shepard questionable, McConnell probable. We go on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Minnesota Atlanta game there, in the last 3 matchups, we've seen them go under, and Atlanta has covered the last 3 matchups between these two guys here. So I'm going to take the plus 5.5 is what I've got with Atlanta. I do think we see a lower scoring matchup instead of that 243. I know it's high, but I'm going to go under there. I know we've seen some explosive games here lately in the NBA, but I think this one gets under that total. And definitely watching what happens with the Hornets there with Knoppel and everybody in there. I'd lean to the Charlotte Hornets with a plus 6.5 if some with that injury report kind of cleans up a little bit there. But I'd rather have the 6.5 there than the Warriors on the road, and probably leaving that Magic Pacers game alone.
Yeah, we go with Chris. We move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'll look at the over in the Hawks Timberwolves game. Both teams like to play fast at a faster pace. The Wolves are 18 and 15 to the under, but the Hawks 20 and 14 to the over. So I think we see a lot of back and forth, and we get over this number in that one. Moving on, the Warriors Hornets. I kind of agree. It just seems like a couple too many points. Warriors should be able to win this one, but I think the Hornets show up for this one and keep it competitive. So I'll take the points with the Hornets. Magic Pacers. Yeah, Magic have been pretty inconsistent coming into this one, dealing with some injuries as well. Still no Franz Wagner, obviously. Jalen Suggs questionable for this one. But again, I'd rather take a shot on the Orlando's inconsistencies than the Pacers' 9-game losing streak. So I'll lay the points there with the Magic.
Yeah, we go here from El Ninos. Tell you what I think here of these 3 games here. I look to take the points here with Charlotte. They've been a pretty good shooting team. They got their shooters. Looks like Knoppel's going to be healthy for this one, so they got their shooters in there. Just don't trust the Warriors on the road. Yeah, beating Brooklyn. Yeah, now you got to do more than that. They're just a 7-12 road team this year with a -2 net rating. Warriors have failed to cover 5 of 8 with shooting the issue. So Hornets have covered 7 of 9. Spots of good shooting and defense. Warriors having struggles the last 2 weeks hitting threes, but overall defense. Over that period of time, shot making the threes at 43% from 3 over the past 2 weeks. You got those 3 shooters in. Give me the Charlotte Hornets here plus the points. T-Wolves and Atlanta can only look over. It's Atlanta. They're just not playing defense, and I think if you're not playing defense, I think you will get. I think Minnesota will exploit you there. Minnesota has been a very good road shooting team this year. 49% from the floor, 38% from 3. Look at Atlanta over the past 2 weeks, giving a 52% shooting, 39% from 3. This is the Atlanta we know and love. They can't play defense. Look at the over there. Magic and Pacers. In this one, I'll look at the Pacers plus Wagner out. That's both Wagner brothers. Franz Wagner is a good one. Magic have failed to cover 6 of 8. Poor shooting. They're not shooting the ball well. Orlando here with Franz out. Indiana, about a 500 spread team over their past 11, 5 and 6 in that one. But Orlando just not shooting the ball effectively. So I'll look to take the points with Indiana. All right, let's continue here on Tony S'more Show. Thank you very much for your super chat from Auburn War Eagle. Appreciate that. Good morning to you as well. Let's get to the next games here. Suns and Cavs here. We got the Suns going to be dogs here. Cavs laying 6. We're seeing a 6.5 pop up. Total 235. Pelicans and Bulls. This one, Bulls 1. Total 247.5. Knicks and Spurs. It's the Spurs 2 here in the rematch for the Cup rematch here. Spurs 2. Total 236. Let's look at the injury reports here for these set of games. All right, we'll start here with Suns and Cavs. We've got Green out with Grayson Allen doubtful. Dunn questionable for Phoenix. On the Cleveland side, there's no Nance. There's no Strus. Sam Merrill there is probable. We move on over to the Pelicans and Chicago Bulls. There'll be no Alvarado, no Jones, no Murray for the Pelicans. Collins out for the Bulls. Flowers out, Miller out, Obrich out, Kobe White out. The big injury here is Josh Giddey. He's going to be out for I think a week or so. It's a long-term, not a long-term injury, but it'll be some time. He'll miss some games here. Josh Giddey out here for the Bulls. Knicks and Spurs. No Josh Hart, no Robinson, no Shamet here for the Knicks. Huck Porty is questionable. Kolek is probable. Kolek is showing something there. The guard there for the Knicks. On the Spurs side, no Vassell, Castle, questionable. We go over to Chris.
Yeah, last night I got the Spurs at -1. That number's long gone, but I'll still take the -2.5 there for the Knicks. Josh Hart's a big component there for me. If he's out, then definitely fade them there. And I just think the Spurs come back in here at home and get it done, even at 2.5. I'll take that. That one's long gone. Pelicans, I'm going to take the +1.5. The Pelicans, they've been covering lately. Josh Giddey's a big one there. Kobe White's a big shooter on that end for the Bulls. So with that out, I mean, Jose Alvarado being out for his suspension with the Pelicans doesn't push the needle either way for me, but more so the Pelicans have been covering lately. So I'd rather have the +1.5 there with them.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I'll take the points with the Suns here. I mean, they've been playing great basketball. I get Cleveland's a good team, but I think this one comes down to the wire and actually could go either way. So I'll gladly take the points with the Suns in that one. I was kind of leaning the other way. Button heads with Chris here. I kind of like the Bulls and that one. Although both these games should be good and honestly could go either way. But I was leaning Bulls in that one, and Knicks Spurs should be a great game. And definitely one that could go either way. But I'll take whatever I can get with the Knicks early. If you can get a half point with them in the first quarter, I'll take that.
Yeah, with El Nino. So I think here about these games. Yeah, I agree with the Suns here, +6. Suns have been playing well here of late. Phoenix have covered 6 straight, really good defense. Cavs have failed to cover 7 of 10. But here's the thing: you don't want the Cavs as a home favorite. Just 5-13 of the spread this year as home favorite. I'll look at the Suns here in this spot there because the issues here with Cleveland has been their defense. Good defense here for the Suns in their 6 straight covers. I'll look at Phoenix there +6. I like the over here between the Knicks and Spurs. We've seen the Knicks go over here of late in their games here on this road trip in the road in this one. Knicks over in 6 of 8, really good shooting. Knicks over the past 2 weeks hitting their threes, but giving up 39% from 3. The Suns at home, good shooting team, 49. I'm sorry, the Spurs at home, a good shooting team, 49%, 37% from 3, but they don't defend the 3 very well. So I like the over in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Close out NBA with these final 3. Nuggets and Raptors. Raptors are going to lay 6.5. The total 228.5. We got the Trailblazers and Thunder. OKC 16 out there. We see a 15.5 coming up here. Total 232.5. And we'll close out with Wizards and Bucks. The Bucks here 10.5. Total 232. We'll look at the injury report here for these set of games. Of course, Denver will be without Bates, Braun, Gordon, Cameron Johnson. Also, Cameron Johnson, I should say. Also, Jokic will be out for extended period of time. I think they said 4 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, with that hyperextended knee. Could have been a lot worse. I mean, I think you get out about a month off. I think they got off pretty well there, considering what it could have been. Strother will be probable. Poeltl just out for the Raptors. That means that RJ Barrett will continue to play there for the Raptors. Wizards and Bucks. We've got, they're missing Keyshawn George, another George that could shoot there for Washington. Kispert, Whitmer out. Braham is questionable. For the Bucks, just Prince. That's right. Giannis is back again for Milwaukee in his 3rd game back. For Portland, OKC, it's still Grant, Henderson, Holiday, Thibault, Wesley. And we've got Chris Murray is questionable. For OKC, no Dang, no Hartenstein, no Topic. The bad Jalen Williams out. Go over to Chris.
Yeah, and all 3 of these, I like the over. We'll start with Denver Raptors. I mean, you don't have Jokic in there. So, I mean, who's going to defend there? Poeltl's pretty good for the Raptors as far as being in there, but for defense or whatever. So I think we get up and over 228 and then Nuggets Raptors. Also, Portland OKC. I think OKC's going to run it up there at home, get over that 232.5. Would lean Portland with the points. We just saw that a while back. So I'll take 15.5 with the Trailblazers there, but I do think the bigger play there is the over. And then this is exact numbers that we just had for the Wizards and the Bucks back on December 1st, 10.5 spread and a 232.5 total. And we got up and over that one. So Giannis is back in there. I think we get up and over that total as well.
Yeah, with Chris on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, game. I believe the Bucks lost outright, if I'm not mistaken, right? Last meeting.
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah. So again, I think that's a lot of points here. Yeah, the Bucks are the much better team, but I'll take a lean to the points there with the Wizards. I know they've been completely awful, and just got blown out in their last one, but they did pick up a couple of victories before that, so uh, maybe showing some signs of life. And yeah, just a small lean to the points there with the Wizards. Raptors, Nuggets. I think that one. I'll look at the favorite in that one. I think this one could get ugly as the Nuggets get used to life without Jokic for the next month or so. Could lay the points in the full game, and I would lean that way as well for the full game, but I'll just stick to the first half for now, seeing 3.5. So I'll lay that with the Raptors in the first half.
First half there for El Ninos there. All right, tell you what I think here. One game, only one I like here is taking the points with Portland plus 16. OKC having some issues here over the past 2 weeks from threes, hitting just 34%, giving up over 40% from beyond the arc. So, Portland will be working on three-point shooting today. Here for this game, Portland has been defending well over the past 2 weeks. OKC has missed the cover in 5 of 7 with spots of poor defense. Remember, OKC had a deep run in the playoffs. They went into mid-June. So as we continue to tally up the games, you got to wonder, will fatigue ever hit these teams like they do with some of these defending champions? So we'll see how they continue to, how they continue here, if they can cover these. But they didn't cover the big spread last time out against Atlanta. Atlanta was in range. If they had a little break on their side, they could have pulled off the upset, but OKC pulled away late. But Atlanta was feisty in that game. But they got a better defensive team in Portland here, so I'll take the points in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll turn our attention over to college basketball. We do this time of the year. We just ask the cappers, give us what you got in college hoops. So we'll start here with Chris. Give us what you got college basketball.
A couple I'm looking at here today. Tulane, East Carolina. I'm going to take the 1.5 there with Tulane to cover there. East Carolina just absolutely not covering anything at all. 2-5 at home, 3-9 Division of 1 opponents. So we'll take Tulane there. And then UConn, Xavier, another one I'm looking at there. And totals 145.5 is what I've got. I think UConn can shut this down defensively. They're holding teams at 61 points on average. So we'll take the under in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is St. John's and Georgetown. I'm going to take the plus 9.5 that I've got with Georgetown in that matchup there. I think they should be able to keep it close enough there.
There from Chris. Move on over to El Ninos.
I lost him in his dog.
I think the dog's on his lap now. I guess that's the problem. So, all right, we'll give him his privacy. All right. Yes, all right, I'll tell you what I like here. I'll take the points here with Wake Forest. NC State, they do have a home loss in Kansas in overtime, but they have bad losses on neutrals against Seton Hall and Auburn. They're weak on the offensive glass. And, of course, Wake Forest did battle Michigan to a 1-point overtime loss on a neutral. They come off a bad home loss against Vanderbilt 10 days ago, so I look for a bounce back in this one. Wake Forest, they do shoot well at home. They make their free throws. Even Deacons force turnovers defensively to defend the three-point line. I'll look at Wake Forest here plus the 10. Yeah, I agree there with Chris. I'll take Georgetown plus the points. St. John's are playing their first true road game here. St. John's first true road game. They've dropped the home game and 4 on neutral course this season. Have the Red Storm. They've been weak on the defensive glass. Georgetown has a road win at Marquette and a home loss by 3 to Xavier in conference, and they look to bounce back against a conference foe at home, even though they did be compensated in between. Hoya's best in the country in ball security. They don't turn the ball over. They do a good job defending inside. You like those teams. When you're getting points, especially at home, you like these teams that don't turn it over. And they just defend inside. St. John's over the past month shooting just 43%, 34% from 3. Georgetown at home hit 48%. And they hold teams to just 42%. So we'll look here at Georgetown here at plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. I don't know if El Ninos is back. What do you got in college hoops?
Yeah, not too much. Just looking at one right here. Should be a pretty good one, but I think that UAB should be able to cover the spread over Wichita State here. Just been the slightly better team. They won the last meeting, obviously, that was February 2025. But I think they just get the job done again here. So I'll lay the points with UAB. All
right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll look at the hockey. We'll just do it in one block here. New Year's Eve hockey, we got the Rangers, Caps $1.45, total of 5.5. Predators and Golden Knights, Vegas $1.85, total of 6. Lightning and Ducks, the Lightning $1.45, total 6.5. Wild and Sharks here, Wild $1.72, total 6.5. Jets and Red Wings, it's the Jets here, Red Wings here, $1.14, total 6. Devils and Blue Jackets. We got the Blue Jackets laying $6.16, total 6. Sabres and Stars. Stars $1.55, total of 6. Blues and Avalanche. It's the Avalanche $3.25, total of 6. So we'll close it out here with Flyers and Calgary Flames. No, we won't close it out. There's another game after that. Flames here $1.30, total 5.5. Now we'll close it out with Bruins and Oilers. Oilers $1.93, total 6.5. The whole card from Al Nidos.
All right, let's get through it. Let's start off with this early one. 12:30 puck drop time. So make sure you get your bets in early if you want to play this one. I think there's a ton of value. Obviously, a lot of it gone with this line dropping now, but still think there's plenty of value here on the Rangers. They are expecting, they are actually expecting Adam Fox back, who practiced with the starters yesterday. And so he should be back on the ice for them, and he's been out for 2 months. So again, that's quite a while, but again, still plenty of talent there and plenty of value on the Rangers. So I'll take the Rangers on the money line. Take a shot on the Predators as well. Again, on the road, getting a big plus price here and playing some decent hockey. So I'll take a shot on the Predators. Moving on. Jets, Detroit should be a good one here. The Jets continue to struggle. Is this the one where they finally turn things around? I'll be rooting for them. Guess slightly into the Jets. I just don't think they can lose forever. And yeah, the Red Wings playing some pretty good hockey on their home ice. Won't be an easy one, but slightest of leans to the Jets in that one. Blue Jackets, Devils. Let me check one last thing. I'll get back to that one in a second. Buffalo Stars. So I got the Sabres heading into Dallas there. And Sabres playing some excellent hockey coming into this one. So on their 9-game win streak, the Stars, pretty good team on their home ice. But just think there's too much value there on the Sabres to pass up on. So take another dog there in Buffalo. Avalanche Blues. Yeah, I don't know if you can bet this one. It is way overpriced on the Avalanche, but if I had to bet it, I'd take the Avs on the -1.5 there. Take them on the puck line. Oilers, Bruins. Yeah, Oilers are pretty pricey in this one, but Boston's been struggling. The Oilers finally starting to play some good hockey, so could lay the puck line here with the Oilers. If you want some plus money, I'll take them on my good old -1. And again, if you prefer the regulation play, that's not a bad look either.
Yeah, from Al Ninos. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay perv segment, where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. We start with Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a goal scorer here as well. He's from the Sharks, Pavel Reganda. I'll put that in the chat there for you guys as well. And then, like I said, we'll take a couple overs there. I'm going to take the last 3 games in the NBA over. Portland, OKC, Washington, Milwaukee, and Denver, Toronto. Take all 3 of those teams to go over the total tonight.
There we go with Chris. We go over to Al Ninos.
Well, I guess I'll stick to some over then. I'll take the over in the Wolves-Hawks game. I'll go Suns, and I will take the I guess Avs. You can take them. I guess you can even throw them money line if that's more your thing on the parlay. But you can even also take them puck line too as well.
There we go.
Especially, I mean, if it's a single play, definitely take them puck line. But parlays either way, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, from Al Ninos. I'll go ahead and take Duke, lay the 3 here against Arizona State. I will take Georgetown plus the points against St. John's. And in NBA, I'll go ahead and take Charlotte Hornets plus the points here against the Golden State Warriors. All right, we got you through our parlay promo segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. And into a great week here of action. We've got playoff games here today and tomorrow for college football, NFL coming back Saturday and Sunday. A lot of NBA, college hoops, hockey on the board as well. Guys, when you click the link in the description, that'll take you right on over to our site over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description to get on right over there. You'll see all of our top performers there on the leaderboards and more. We'll start off here with Chris, see what Chris has for sale today over at Tony's Picks. Heading to today's action. Chris, put together pretty good numbers here. Last college football here, last few days or so. We'll put it up there for you right now to check it out here. So, Chris, let everybody know what you have for sale right now over at the site.
Yeah, guys, got you a best bet in some college football tonight, and then I've got a best bet in the NBA. I did have another play in the NBA if you caught it last night when I put it out there. Like I said earlier, it's in the Spurs game. That game is numbers long gone with the -1. So I do have a best bet in NBA. It's my favorite play of the day there with that number. So grab both of those there. Like I said, college football, that's going to be in the Relinquist Bowl or whatever there between Vandy, Iowa. So I grab up those, hop on some of the long term here. We still got some NFL going on here, week 18, and then we got playoffs and things of that nature. We still have college football playoffs, basketball. I will be putting more of those in as we get towards the actual conference tournaments and everything here. And then we've still got, of course, NBA. So I'll have plays and all that if you want to hop on something long term there with me. We can do that. 2-for-1 capper. You guys see who's doing well. Pair us up together and let us both go to work for you. And then we're just going to try to finish out this year strong and start the new one just as well.
That's right, guys. Yeah, with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Great results here from Chris. That's based on $100 unit wager size over the past 30 days. So good time to get up over with Chris on his plays. You see the 1 day passes up there, profit guaranteed. That means the most earned profit amount purchased will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go. As you can see there, 7 day pass, great with all the football coverage coming up from playoffs and, of course, NFL. And promo code TonyT will save you that 15% off. All right, let's take a look, see what El Nino's has got for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. El's been seen El here on the leaderboards as well, producing some really good results here over on the site. Last 30 days. Al, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, so far I got my best bet in the NBA as well as the NHL. Got an extra play there in the NHL as well for everyone on the long term or those 2-for-1 capper passes. But again, as I said, I really like this card today. Should have at least one more play in the NBA, if not two, and honestly expecting maybe a 5-pack in the NHL. As I said, really like this card. So should be a loaded card for me today. Lots of action. So yeah, check it out. Make sure you grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes and pair me up with your favorite capper. And could very well be some Steam plays as well today. So those will get emailed right to you.
That's right. Yeah, I'm with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks. You can see El Nino's there here with his plays up for you for NHL and NBA, long subscriptions. Remember, all of our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to look for those long trips, for those plays late in the betting cycle. Because if we put in plays between 2 hours and between 10 minutes and 2 hours of game time, those are late steam. And those plays are emailed directly to our long-term subscribers using the member code, using your email used when we sign up for service. So long-term subscriptions include also props. We have a full automated prop system in our back end for our cappers to make it easier for them to enter their props in our system and for the customers to receive those props. And of course, right now our props are included in all long-term subscriptions at no extra cost. We'll include NFL, NBA, NHL right now for the props, all widely available props available here from our cappers to you when you get those long-term subscriptions. So get on board with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks, and you can also opt for the 2-for-1 capper promotion there when you get on board with us over at Tony's Picks. Sign up with Al. Going to match up with Chris there on the 2-for-1. All right, guys, over at Tony's Picks for today, I have a best bet from the NBA as well as college football. So get on board with me. And of course, that promo code TonyT will save you that 15% off. Guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. But of course, we have a lot of great content over on our YouTube channel. So head on over there and type in Tony's Picks in the search, and then make sure you guys hit that subscribe. Go right to our page here, and of course, it'll land you on our homepage. This is a great place that we want to go. Go to the homepage because it's very easy to find our content there. Anything that we're doing live will show up on the top. You've got my compilation videos up there right now here. We got college football, NBA up there for you right now. Chris with his hit list props up there as well. We got NHL here, NFL, our NFL playlist, college football playlist up there, ready to roll here with the big college football games for today. Those are up there for you right now, as well as NBA. We got college basketball up there. Ramon coming in with Army Lehigh. Yeah, we got quite a few games here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Also, we got Alessandro with some college hoops for you as well. So a lot of college basketball for you guys up there on the channel. So check it out over at Tony's Picks YouTube. NHL up there, full game coverage here from Ramon here. So that's up there for you right now. So check it out. MMA fight picks videos as well. Shorts all over the place, guys. So we are locked and loaded here for this card here today. YouTube channel popping up there. Of course, Chris, you've been your hit list has been very popular here on the channel.
Yeah, definitely a good series here. We're hoping to finish strong here today. I've got you 6 goal scorers out there today, plus the one additional I just gave you at the today. In here, we do have 10 games, but I stopped it at 6 there. Don't parlay them all together. That's definitely chasing generational wealth there. Just play these guys individually. I try to give you plus money every day. So we're gonna finish out the year strong. The hit list has been great for 2025. I look forward to 2026 hit list. Look forward to my home run hit list once that gets back. I appreciate everybody's support and comments there. Everybody's been great. Love to hear who you guys are taking. Make sure you like and subscribe to everything there so you can keep up with everybody's content. We're all doing well here. A lot of good content on the channel. And then we appreciate your comments as well and the interaction. So keep that coming. And we're going to finish strong and start strong. So we'll just keep, as long as I've got data, you guys will have a video.
That's right, guys. So check out that Chris with the hit list there. Very popular feature here, as well as on our live shows. Because Al Nino's you contribute here with the live shows. We've seen some of your on-demand content as well, but we see you as well on those reels.
Yeah, mostly morning shows lately, but keep an eye out for those doggy videos as well as those shorts. Might pop up anytime again, but in the meantime, make sure you go check out all that other great content we have over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
That's right, guys. Lots of great content over on the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that because we're going strong here with the content for you guys, and we'll continue on. All right. We're going to be back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. time. It is the Tony Xamora Show. More college football, more playoff games for you as well. And guys, hit like, subscribe, and a happy New Year to everybody out there. Of course, everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody's contributions out there with Chris up there putting their stuff up there. Ron Hahn, late, going to have to go back and rewind the video for you guys. Of course, he's looking for Blue to get things done. Moonlighting in there as well. So happy New Year to everybody out there. Any closing thoughts before we close it out?
Yeah, have a good New Year, guys. Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year, and be safe.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Going to wave goodbye, guys. You make it a winning one and a safe one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.